Okay, here we go. Westfield, it's all yours.
All right. Well, Westfield's been rocky this year. I mean, what's interesting is the rental price just keeps going up. It's shocking. I mean, unbelievable. Anyway, 62 homes on the market, stayed the same since last month. Average rental price, look at this, is up 3.5%, up 5.5% over last year. Average rental price is $2,800 up there. That is insane. But the doom and the gloom is average days in the market is 68, which is crazy, crazy highs. We're seeing everywhere else is basically half of that. And what's even crazier is that that's down 9% since last month. So that's what's wild.
Things are looking up for Westfield.
So the rent is high, but you got to wait to get it, apparently. Average price per square foot is $1.21. Apartments in Westfield, there's 34 of them. A little bit of a value play. So there's a $700 delta there. $2,095 for your average rental price for apartments with $1.68 per square foot. Townhomes, there's a decent amount of them, 21, and $2,100 per month average rental price. And look at the same thing with days on the market. Those are struggling too. 61 days on the market for townhomes with townhomes average price per square foot is $1.47. Taking a look at the graphs down here, bottom left, single family home. This is price over time. So it's really surged since January and then up from February, up from March, up from April, sneak peek into May. Looks like it may be leveling out just a little bit, little early to tell on that. But right now, most signs are positive, except for that days on the market is stubbornly long in Fishers.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That is a sneak peek into May, which appears to be trending downwards. But I feel like I've been waiting on it to trend downwards as far as your average rental price in order to bring down those average days on market. But it never happens.
I know, it's so weird.
Happens. Yeah, it is. Maybe just a bunch of stubborn owners there that refuse, and they're getting no activity on their home, so they increase it by $100 and see if that works. All right. Let's get into sales information here.
All right, sales data. Let's see. Days on the market is down even year over year. That's crazy. Down 25% year over year, 26%, and down 15% roughly month over month for 46 days on the market, which is a pretty reasonable days on the market for sales. Price per square foot is $198. That is up both month over month and year over year. Sales price, interestingly, is up slightly month over month, but then down almost 4% year over year. We're at $380, $354 for your average sales price. Again, this is under 500,000, guys. We cap it at 500,000 because we're looking at this from an investor point of view. And then number of homes sold is 84. Interesting. That is up 12% and up 6% year over year. So let's see, average price over time. That's a little bit rocky there. So we don't normally see something that kind of up and down, but 2025 seems like it's mirroring 2024. This kind of looks more like a rental graph than a sales graph. Usually sales graphs are kind of mostly just kind of trending up a little bit. This one's a little all over the board. So that's kind of interesting. And then number of homes sold, just to kind of see where the market is in terms of how many homes are available in kind of, these different price ranges. Westfield is a little bit more of an expensive market. And you can tell that because look, under 250, there's only 26 homes. In Indianapolis, there was a couple thousand. So, I mean, it's a big difference. And really the meat of the market there is kind of that 3 to 350 range, which is actually still really pretty affordable in the relative scheme of things to be getting into such a high quality area with so much going on. I mean, sub 350 is still really, really affordable.
Yes. All right. So I think a lot of these numbers, they're always so confusing when we go over them, but I understand why, and it's hard to articulate why some of these numbers may be that way over the podcast. I'm learning to do that more and more, but there is so much. There's so much growth. It's almost like these numbers can't figure out how to compute with one another because there's so much growth, I think, happening in Westfield. And I think there's a lot of people getting into the Westfield market, probably because they know that. Not only for that reason, but also, I mean, like Mike was alluding to there a moment ago, Westfield is posh, bro. this is where all the posh people be going. All right, this is if we were capturing all of the homes that have sold year over year, I'm certain you wouldn't be seeing that negative 3.71%. You'd be seeing, because there's a lot of very expensive properties that are selling here in the Westfield area, but a tremendous amount of growth that's happening in the town center that they're trying to develop, which town centers apparently are the new thing, which Fishers was way ahead of the game, which is why, I mean, that's been posh. And then not only that, but the Grand Park is what I'm a little bit biased to. I'm so excited about, because I love the Grand Park area. It's freaking beautiful. My kids play travel sports. We spend a lot of time in that area. And not only that, it is a money maker for anyone in real estate. Not only will it inevitably increase values, but my gosh, if you got an Airbnb in that area, cha-ching, cha-ching. So, yeah, Mike is smiling. He's got one or two, so he's doing all right.
I'm actually going to stay silent on that. No comment. No comment.
Cut that from the podcast. Got it. All right. That I think concludes our sales data. You got anything else there?
Nope. Done with Westfield.
All right.